3. It's preparing, it's setting up.
You don't have Susan here.
It's okay.
It's done. We are live.
We are live on YouTube. Hello, everybody, and welcome to our United by Autism fundraising event this evening for Center for Spectrum Services, its students and families. We welcome you here tonight. I'm David Jurin, fundraising and public relations for the school, and we are excited to have you joining us. And we are killing a little bit of time right now, just so some of our friends and fans can join and watch us and click links. So we have an exciting evening for you, and there's going to be music. We have an auctions going on. A couple of points to note: if you do leave the show tonight to go to our United for Autism webpage, a reminder to do that in a new browser. So this way you can listen to the show going on, and we can do it that way. So we are live here at Center for Spectrum Services, and we are just about ready to introduce Susan and Jamie, who will be coming on in just a second. Susan, are you on in the blue room? I think you are. Okay, so come around this way and we'll introduce Susan and Jamie. And Susan and Jamie, of course, Susan Buckler and Jamie Wolf are the founders of Center for Spectrum Services. This is our 45th anniversary, and we're just so excited about that. And here's Jamie and Susan to tell you a little bit more. Susan.
Hi.
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 So welcome, everybody. We are so pleased to have you with us tonight. And we are united by autism and also by our love for Center for Spectrum Services. When we first started Center for Spectrum Services, very few people knew what autism was. There was little recognition or understanding of autism. And it took a lot of avocation for people on the spectrum, ourselves included, to teach people about autism. And finally, in 1970, we started April as Autism Awareness Month. It was later adopted by Congress in 1984. That was a giant milestone. And then in 1999, the puzzle piece awareness ribbons became a symbol of autism and all we wanted to learn about it. Autism was then defined as a disorder with a focus on getting help and remediation. Today, however, many years later, we prefer to say that April is both Autism Awareness and Autism Acceptance Month, recognizing that while appropriate supports and services like Center for Spectrum Services provide are vital, the neurological differences like autism result in a variation in the human genome. We need to acknowledge our humanness and that it can be expressed differently. And autism acceptance begins with loving and respecting the autism person or people in our lives and in our community. We need to celebrate and appreciate all human differences, and doing so makes our world a better place. And speaking of a better place, this year has certainly been a whirlwind of a ride for the world, for our country, for our community, and for Center for Spectrum Services. We're reaching your homes tonight through Zoom, Facebook Live, and YouTube. And although serving students through the COVID pandemic has created many challenges for us, there's also been some silver linings. And one of them is we have become much more tech savvy. And tonight is a perfect example of that. We've developed increased skills and comfort level using technology. And we have, for this event, our two most tech savvy members of our faculty, David Jurin, who you just met as our development coordinator, and Sandra Brownsey, our Ellenville Center coordinator. They have held our hands and helped us raise our technology IQ. So tonight we would like to ask you to please excuse any small gaps between shots and time for speakers to adjust their microphones and appreciate the fact that we're able to bring you this event, because 2 years ago, we would not have been able to do it. Susan?
Okay, Jamie. So 1976, Jamie and I were a lot younger than we are now, and we founded the Children's Annex, which years later became Center for Spectrum Services. And here we are, as you've heard, ready to celebrate our 45th anniversary with two very, very special friends. And I want to introduce you to Bob Siracusano and Ray Tucker. And David, are they going to be in the screen here?
Yes, there we go.
And welcome, guys.
Hello, welcome, everybody.
And you're on.
Great.
So, well, I was going to give them a little more of an introduction. Can I do that? And
Yes, you
then
can.
how about if so as Jamie said, please excuse us. So Bob is the owner of Sawyer Motors in Saugerties for 31 years, and he's a longtime friend of Center for Spectrum Services, but he's also a longtime friend of the community of Saugerties. And he has a foundation, and he's done wonderful things and given so much support, financial support, emotional support to his community. Has a wonderful antique car collection. And in the summertime, a wonderful antique car day in Saugerties. And I urge you to find out when it is and go there. It's just fabulous. There's so many antique cars, and it's going to be there this summer. When is it? July 11th. And his associate, Ray Tucker, who's the sales manager, and he's been with Bob for 22 years. So they're quite a team, and they are present at many of our Spectrum Services events. I want to welcome, as Jamie did, all of our guests. I want to, when the camera goes closer, you'll see what was in our charcuterie box. And Bob and Ray are missing their wine glasses, but they have their whole bottles. So we'll see whether they want to open them tonight. And I'm going to introduce Bob and Ray now.
How we doing, everybody?
Welcome.
Thanks for being part of the event that we're planning tonight, and hoping that we could go ahead and do something like what I like to do is to raise money, is to definitely raise money. But with that, I just want to say thank you to my partner here, Ray Tucker, for coming aboard with me all the time. As you know, we've seen this, we get involved with the community, we love it, but when it comes to Spectrum Services, the Center of Spectrum Services, this is definitely a special thing for me, and I know it's become a special thing for Ray. So with that, Ray, what do you?
Yeah, we'd like to obviously welcome everybody here tonight. We'd like to, first thank Susan, Jamie, and David for having us back. It seems like it was so long ago, but last June, we did our telethon for Spectrum Services, and we were able to raise a large chunk of money for the school. Right now we're in our Autism Awareness and Acceptance Month. So that's something that we're looking forward to here. A couple of housekeeping items. If you are going to go to the Center for Spectrum Services.org, just open up another tab and keep us live on YouTube so you can actually hear us, and also be able to go, and there's raffles available, there's auctions available. Tonight, during the night, we'll have awards. So that there's a lot of stuff going on right now. But the one thing you'll see is a thermometer on the page that shows that halfway through Autism Awareness Month, they're at $16,000 raised. And our goal is $30,000. So we're going to ask people to help support us and get us to that $30,000.
And with that, Ray, Sawyer Motors wants to present a challenge to our guests out there. That's you people out there. I'm willing to match the first $5,000. So let me tell you how it works. In other words, if you kick in, send me $100, text $100, I'm going to match it, and I'm going to go right up to $5,000. I'm hoping that we could go ahead and eat up that 5,000, which means it would equal 10, and that would get us very close to our goal. So please, you get on your phone, text it now, 50155.
Yeah, when you text, you're going to text Spectrum Kids to 50155. Make sure it does not autocorrect. make sure it's Spectrum Kids in one word. You can also donate on the Facebook page or go to the website, the Center for Spectrum Services.org. You know, as Bob says, we've done a lot of this together. Center for Spectrum Services is important to me. It's my family has worked here. My wife worked here for a long time, along with my mother-in-law. So it's always great to come back and to help a place that you have roots in, and I'll always be here for the Center for Spectrum Services.
And with that, you know, I remember the first time I met Susan, I got involved with an auction and gave me the tour of the place, and I'll never forget it. I came in here and I seen how the students were treated, which was amazing, and all the, you know, the teachers and the care people that were taking care of these kids, and it just ripped me apart. And I say, somehow I have to be involved, I have to be part of this, because it's very special to my family and definitely me.
Yeah, it's important to both of us, and any way that we can help to raise money or give back to our community or special people like the center, we're going to do everything in our power to do so. You know, I was walking through last time back in June when we were here for the telethon. I walked through the halls. There was nobody here. It was just a few of us that were here for the telethon. There was billboards that had, you know, special events that happened throughout the course of the year that the kids did not get to enjoy. And we know that the children that come to the Center for Spectrum Services, they need extra help, which there's nothing wrong with that. And they also strive for the people to be here. They're very oriented in that. But one thing I just saw on the wall as I was walking through, and I think it's something that I should read, and this really goes to the center's ways. It said, "We are each unique and beautiful, but together we are a masterpiece." And what's nice about that is, speaking to David and Susan and Jamie, the kids are coming back.
They are.
They're coming back in May.
Coming back in May full time.
So that's something that's we didn't know where we would be last June with COVID being the heat of everything, but now we're at a point where things are starting to turn around and children are going back to school and are going to be able to have some sort of normalcy in their life.
And with that, there's going to be extra expenses involved.
There will.
You know, they're just, you know, with this COVID thing, in this past year, they haven't had one positive case of COVID, which is saying that they're doing the right things for the kids.
Sure.
And also their teachers. But there's extra expenses, as you know, all of us had that involved with this COVID. But please go ahead, send a text to us. Let me spend that $5,000 tonight, which means it's going to equal 10. So I'm looking forward. I brought a check. I want to do it. Please, you know how we operate here. You know, it's all about taking care of what we're doing tonight is to try to make a difference for these kids when they come back in May, that they're going to be all taken care of.
And there's many ways you can make a difference. Obviously, that you can go to the online auction, which closes at 8 o'clock. If there's something that you see there, you can actually bid on that, whether it be something you want for yourself or something you want to give as a gift. There's a lot of nice items in there. I was going through the items. Anybody out there that wants to be a police officer for a morning or an afternoon, I think Susan is interested in doing that. I think she wants to take the night shift. I'm not really sure, but there's a lot of nice items in there. And again, it's all going to the children. So when you're bidding on that, keep that in mind. When you're donating, keep that in mind. No donation is too small. Everything will make a difference.
And the best part of that, what we're raffling tonight, is I experience it, is the Penthouse apartment Manhattan Club. We were there for 2 nights.
I wasn't there.
My wife and I was here for 2 nights. It was tremendous. The restaurants are close by. It's a great area. The place was really, really nice. The people, very professional, and it's walking distance to the Diamond Districts, which my wife kind of likes. So that I didn't like that much, but you know, I got through it. But that's $25 a chance. And if you win, you're going to get 3 nights. And you get, and I'll tell you what, if you win, if you want to sell it, you call me up. I'll buy it. I'll buy it from you.
And I want to thank all the people out there. If you see what's sitting here next to us, this beautiful charcuterie tray.
How do you say that?
Yeah, you want to practice, Bob? He's been trying to say it and it hasn't worked out too well. So I told him I would take the charcuterie word for the night. That's going to be a special word at our dealership because we try to find different words that Bob can't pronounce, and we kind of run with that over the course of the years. Yeah.
It's fun. It's fun.
But thank you to the people that bought the charcuterie tray. I hope you're enjoying it like we are here.
Yeah, we're gonna have some of that. Yeah.
This wine,
Yeah.
you know, nothing, cheese, crackers, and wine. Can't beat that. So again, I want to remind you on how to donate. Obviously, you can go to and text Spectrum Kids to 50155. That's Spectrum Kids, one word. Make sure it doesn't autocorrect on you. You can go to the event page on Facebook or to the Centers for Spectrum Services.org, where you'll be able to bid on items, buy raffle tickets, and also donate.
And what about our sponsors?
Sure.
You know, we had a nice list of, you know, and I'm looking at these sponsors, you know, Herzog Home Center, Ulster Savings Bank, Color Page, Uttendorfer, Keller's Farm, Financial Wise, Norman Staffing. These are the people that really got us going to finance this thing, to put us in a position to have this event tonight. I want to thank them. And, you know, I see all these same people, how much of a difference they made in our community, because they just don't support what we hear tonight. They touch everybody in our community. They're just great people to know, great people to do business with. And if it wasn't for people like this, a lot of things like this would not happen.
I agree. You know, if you can go and support those people that do give back to the community, there are so many people so many businesses out there that give more than any of us know, but it's always good to give back to the people that give to the community.
Absolutely. And don't forget now, $25 a ticket. You have a chance for a 3-night stay in the Manhattan Club in Manhattan, right, New York City. I experienced it. I've been there. It's amazing. 3-night stay.
And two 3-night stays.
Oh,
Two.
Two 3-night stays.
2 tickets, so
Yeah.
2 chances.
Everybody's got a chance at 2 of them.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Everybody's got a chance at 2 of them.
So if you win,
You hear that, Michelle? You hear that, Michelle? I bought 8 tickets last night. Jump in there, get a couple of tickets. I know you had a good time.
So what's nice is there is actually, you can comment on YouTube. And we just received a comment from one of the parents that I'd like to read. It says, my son Declan has been going here for 3 years now. I could not ask for a better group of people to teach and care for my child. Maggie, we appreciate that feedback. Bob and I know what the people and the staff do here for the children. It's amazing what they do. And it takes special people to come here every day and do what they do. So the staff, if you're listening or out there watching, we do appreciate, and I know the people here that are with us tonight appreciate what you guys do every day.
And the silent auction, as you know, goes on to 8 o'clock. And then 8 o'clock, we're going to pick the 2 winners.
Yep. So what I'll do is let's just go down and give a rundown of what's going to happen next. So the online auction is going to go, it's on now. It'll go until 8 o'clock where the bidding will end. The 2 winners of the 3-night stays at the Elegant Manhattan Club, which Bob is obviously hoping to get, will be pulled at the end of the show tonight, just before 8 p.m. And we have some awards that we're giving out tonight. So 2 of the Spectrum Services amazing staff will be honored for their excellence and going above the call of duty. I'm sure there's many people that deserve that award, but there are 2 special people here today that are getting that award.
And we're live right now on Facebook. We're live.
Yeah.
We love doing this, don't we?
I tell you, I wouldn't do this with anybody else but you.
We love.
Yeah.
We would want to let everybody know that you don't have to be present to win
Right.
the 3 nights.
Good.
Yep. Do not have to be present to win the 3-night stay. I'm sure we have phone numbers and email addresses for that. So
And with that, you could go ahead, you could text us Spectrum Kids to 50155. So remember, that's the part that I'm matching. The first $5,000 that comes in, that's going to equal $10,000.
not to mention, last time we were here in June, we had special performances by special people that are part of the Center for Spectrum Services, that their family or children go here or have been here. One of the people that we met last time was Joey Eppert. I heard he put on a fantastic concert that benefited the Center for Spectrum Services. And I think, David, do we have something that we'd like to go to the video and
Introduce Mr. Announcer.
all right, Mr. Announcer.
Hey everyone, now here's Joey Eppert with Chris Gartman in a virtual concert for the Center for Spectrum Services. And if you're ready, just take it away, guys.
Anyway, here's another lovely tune. It's called Earth and Sky. When the road and when the sky appear the same shade of gray, you can go for a drive, but you might fly away. Don't know how long that I have loved you, don't know how far I've run away. I only know I've known no other like you. Only like to know that you're okay. And if I blame you for the fall I take, would you drop me off and drive away? See the earth and sky are ancient friends, where the one leaves all the other pretends. Don't know the ghost lives in my mirror, and he haunts me to my face. See, he would like to draw me nearer, pull me through and take my place. And if I blame you for the fall I take, would you drop me off and drive away? See, the earth and sky are ancient friends, where the one leaves all the other pretends. When the road and when the sky appear the same shade of gray, you can go far a drive, yeah, but you might fly away. And if I blame you for the fall I take, would you drop me off and drive away? See, the earth and sky are ancient friends, while the one leaves all the other pretends. And I couldn't blame you. Oh no, blame you. Oh, when the earth and sky are ancient friends, where the one leaves all the other pretends. When the road and when the sky appear the same shade of gray.
Oh, so nice, guys. So nice.
All right, fun. We're having fun. So, now this is an interesting tune because it's kind of a cover, but it's also kind of not a cover because this is the song at the end of Abbey Road. It's called Her Majesty, and it's just one quick little verse.
You added something, right?
I did, yeah, because I had to learn the song, because we were doing a Abbey Road tribute, and I just wanted to keep going. God, it's so short. So I did my best to imagine how Paul McCartney would have completed the story in this tune, and so check it out. It's called.
So this song's by Paul McCartney and Joey Eppert.
Yes, yeah, me and Paul. Maybe someday he'll get to hear it.
Her Majesty's a pretty nice girl, but she doesn't have a lot to say. Her Majesty's a pretty nice girl, but she changes from day to day. I wanna tell her that I love her a lot, but I gotta get a belly full of wine. Her Majesty's a pretty nice girl, someday I'm gonna make her mine, oh yes, someday I'm gonna make her mine. Her Majesty's a pretty nice girl, but she doesn't even know my name. Her Majesty's a pretty nice girl, but she thinks we're all the same. I wanna tell her that I'm better than that, and if she'd only give to me a chance. Her Majesty's a pretty nice girl, someday I'm gonna have that dance, alright. Someday I'm gonna have that dance. Well, the morning came and I heard the sound of a carriage in the alley going by. The axle broke, the wheels fell off, and Her Majesty did cry. So I grabbed my tools and I fixed her up, but I couldn't find the words I meant to say. Her Majesty's a pretty nice girl, and I let her slip away. Oh no, I let her slip away. Well, I went home to an empty house and I fixed myself a drink. That's when I saw the invite sitting on the kitchen sink. I said, thank you, boy, you saved the day. Will you join me for the honorary ball? Her Majesty's a pretty nice girl. You know, I did heed the call. Oh, yes, I did heed the call. Now the years have turned and this beard I've earned is full of many shades of gray. And our kids have kids and they flipped our lids with another one on the way. Still I thank God that fateful night He gave to me the strength inside to sing. Your Majesty's a pretty nice girl, someday I'm gonna be your king. Alright, someday I'm gonna be your king. She made me a king.
That's a little ditty, right?
That's a
That's what
nice-
you call a little ditty.
That's a nice ditty.
It's
It's a done ditty, but
yeah.
it's a nice ditty.
You know, I don't have too many songs like that. I like that. It's fun to play. It's fun to do with drums, man. I like the little tasty little drums there.
Okay,
Wow.
here we
That was
are.
great, wasn't it?
That
Susan?
was wonderful.
Wonderful. Now, you told me that Joey's son,
Julian,
is a student here.
Julian is a student here, and he's a fabulous artist. Julian made a calendar for 2021 with his amazing artwork. And of course, every month is a different picture. And I have a 5-year-old grandson that lives with me, and
Wow.
I'm teaching him the months of the year using Julian's calendar. And it's wonderful because the pictures are so beautiful and they're so child-centered, and my grandson just adores looking at them.
That's great. You know, it seems like when a parent has a student here, it seems like they want to be part of it as well.
Absolutely.
You know-
So many parents want to be part of it.
Just like last auction we had, piece to perform First Lot.
Yes,
It was tremendous.
yes,
And then you tell me he does this professionally.
He
He's
is
a
a
famous
professional,
singer.
yeah, he's really a famous
He's cut
musician.
records.
Yes,
He lives locally.
lives in Woodstock.
And look what he gives back because he knows how his son is being treated.
That's right,
And his son has a great place to go.
right.
And he's going to be back here full time in May.
Yes, he's here part-time. Actually, I think he might be fully remote now, but he's going to be back here. So what we have now is a hybrid program. So the children come, most of the children come 2 days a week. And then they have remote services 3 times a week, 3 days a week. And then that switches. And everybody is remote on Wednesday, but beginning May 17th, all the children are coming back whose parents want them to come back.
Yes.
So there is a small group of parents who want their children to continue to be educated remotely. And of course, we will do that.
Now, what is the age group here? I would say, it seemed like when I was here, when you gave me that tour, which I always cherish. It seemed like I see him up to maybe like 12 and 13.
12, up to
12 years
12.
old.
And we'll start with children who are 2 turning 3. And we have a satellite program in Ellenville. We're of course here in our Kingston facility, which is the mother home.
Yes.
And we have a satellite program in Ellenville that has 3 classrooms. Kingston has 13 classrooms. In Ellenville, the children age out at the age of 8. And some of them come here and some of them go to a different program.
With all the schools you have, how many children do you take care of?
We have 160 children between Kingston and Ellenville who come to us during the school day. And in a non-pandemic year, we also have a fairly large program of children that we see that are called community-based, that we see in their homes or in a satellite center. But due to the pandemic, that program doesn't happen this year. It'll start up again when the pandemic's over.
Awesome. Now, this summer, will the water park be
Yes.
open?
Yes, the Mike Schatzel
That's
Water Park.
that's
Yes.
amazing.
Yes, so
That's
we
amazing.
raised a lot of money a few years ago and we built an amazing water spray park in Kingston. And we weren't able to use it last year, of course, because of the pandemic, but actually last week it started being readied and it's continuing over the next couple of weeks. And I just want to acknowledge, since we're talking about that, I want to acknowledge Jeff Lau Plumbing
Yes,
and Ron Fisher Electric
yes.
and Mike Schatzel and his
Yeah.
construction company for all the donations that they did to enable us to build this pandemic. We also raised a lot of money, but the work that was done for free for us enabled us to build this wonderful spray park. We're really excited to be able to use it again.
And that's why we have these fundraisers every so often, so that you could do things that you
Yes.
normally could not do.
Yes, things
You
that
know.
are not covered in our tuition rate.
right.
Tuition rate just covers the basics.
Right, and then you
For-
get COVID on top of that, which you're not getting reimbursed for that. So like last year, we raised some money for that, and that took us through that process.
Absolutely,
You know,
absolutely.
It's amazing to come here that I can't imagine where these kids would go if it wasn't here, if it wasn't for Susan and Jamie. I just can't believe. So this is why we're here tonight, is I'm asking you, send us a text, please. Let me spend that $5,000. Let me do that. I'd love to do it. It's such a good cause. Please go ahead, give us a call, send us a text, and let's make it happen.
And if you want to text us, you text 5055, and the word is Spectrum Kids. It's one word. Your spell check will try to split it, but don't let that happen. It's Spectrum Kids, and you text it to 50155. So since we're talking about donations and what we use funds for, we have just received a donation to enable us to purchase gazebos, because we don't have enough space in our building to educate all our children when they come back. So we've bought 4 beautiful gazebos from Brad's Barns. They gave us a great deal. Thank you, Brad's Barns. And they're arriving next week. We'll be using them as satellite areas for our classroom staff, our related service staff, speech and language, occupational and physical therapy. And we're very excited to have them and be able to have our children have some space outdoors that they can have classes.
And with that, we have an anniversary coming up.
Yes, can you believe it?
Yeah.
45 years, 45 years, 45 years. We're not going to celebrate it. We hope we're not going to have to celebrate it virtually. We're really hoping that in November, when we have our Harvest Hop, we will be able to celebrate our 45th anniversary in person. And we certainly hope that everyone will join us in person. And we may want to do something virtual while it's in person for those people who aren't comfortable yet being around other people. We just don't know how long this is going to go on. We are not wearing masks. We are all vaccinated, and we are 3 feet apart. We're
That's
not
right.
quite 6 feet
Yeah.
apart.
Yeah.
Bob and Ray are a couple because they
Yeah.
work together
Yeah.
every day. They're in the same pod. But you notice, of course, that we're not wearing masks. In June, we were all masked
Yes.
for our event
Yeah.
because there were no vaccinations there.
Yeah.
We're very, very lucky that most of our staff are vaccinated, and we're really eager to bring our children back.
And with that, I mean, in the past year, you had nobody,
We have had zero internal
Wow.
transmission
Wow.
zero internal transmission. We have had staff with COVID,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Yeah.
And we have had students with COVID, but
Yeah.
there's been no transmission within our school. And I'll talk a little later about one person who is keenly responsible for that, and that is our school nurse, Dan Uttendorfer, who is our COVID response coordinator. And we'll introduce you to him a little later.
and there's still time to buy the tickets for the Manhattan Club. They're $25 each. You have a chance to win 2-3 nights.
Mhm.
And also with that, we have our silent auction that's going to run right till 8 o'clock. And 8 o'clock, we're going to announce those winners. Am I saying that correctly?
I think are we going to announce, I'm not sure if we're going to announce the silent auction winners tonight, are we?
The online auction, no, that automatically happens. But the big raffle for the
Raffle.
3-night stays at the Manhattan Club
Good.
will be announced.
Okay.
Okay, all right. Ray, do you want to come back?
Sure.
Okay,
Thank you. Sue.
great talking
Thank
with you.
I honestly think Susan does a better job than I do.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah.
I don't know. I agree.
Yes,
I agree.
I figured you would. So in the meantime, while I was off air, we received some other comments that I'd like to really read. First one is from a staff member. It says, I have had the honor of working here for 37 years. So many beautiful children and incredible families and fabulous staff. I appreciate you all. Together, we have touched thousands of lives. And Leah, that is very true. I remember hearing your name from my mother-in-law when she worked here. And I know when I saw that name that you must be the same person that worked with her many, many years ago. But everybody, employee-wise here, staff-wise, are special people. And yes, you have touched thousands of people.
With that, again, please send a text, spend a little money. It's all deductible. It's all deductible. We are a 501c. With that, please spend a little money. I have $5,000 I want to go ahead and give away. I don't know where we are right now, but hopefully we'll find out shortly if we're gaining some money here to get closer to our goal.
I'd like to announce some of the stuff that is on the auction site. Some of the things that I picked up quickly. Obviously, police officer, there's 2, one for a morning shift and one for an afternoon shift. So
I've got the
whichever.
morning.
Yep, Susan's gonna have the morning shift. Bob, did you ever want to be a police officer?
No,
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 Me
you
either.
wouldn't. You wouldn't
no,
be.
I'm not a good driver. They drive cars.
Also I saw there was golf for 4 at Wiltwick with lessons. So George Cisco, if you're out there watching, you could get better playing golf. You'll be a 6 handicap instead of a 40. And a 1-night stay at the Emerson, which is cool. And there's a ton of adult beverages that you can bid on there. So definitely go on there. That ends at 8 o'clock. And again, Bob is talking about the Manhattan Club, and I do want to update some things on the donations. I want to send a shout out to John and Joyce on your $1,000 donation. Thank you very much. and also a regular supporter of the Center for Spectrum Services, Myrna. Thank you for your $1,000 donation. That's helping us get to where we want to be.
Well, it's people like that makes a difference for our kids, for the kids here, is they see the value of what is done here. And all you have to do really, you just stop in, take a tour, and I'll tell you right now, you're going to want to write a check, because it's what they do here for these children. It's just simply amazing. I love doing this. I know Ray loves doing it, and because we feel it's so great for the kids that they have a place. I can't believe that. Where would these kids go? 130 something kids would have no place to go if this building was not here.
Not to mention the children having some sort of routine. It's great to know that coming in May, that these children will be able to have a routine again.
Yep.
Because it's most important for them to have their normal routine. And, we all know when we get taken out of our routine, things start to slip, and we don't want that to happen, obviously. So coming May 17th, Susan?
May 17th.
May 17th is an exciting time for the center.
Actually, I'd like to, I want to say something about May 17th.
Yes,
Can I sit down for a
yes, you
minute?
can.
So with all of the children coming back, this is an opportunity for me to spread the word that we have some openings for staff here. We're looking for paraprofessionals to help work with the children. We haven't had to staff up all year long during this pandemic, but now we're staffing up for May. So if you know of someone, or there's someone in your family that's looking for work that is really pivotal to help the lives of the children at the school, please go to our website and you can find out about the positions that are available. We'd love to learn more about you. And if you have an interest in working with children with autism, this is the place to be. Not only will it be positive for our children, but it'll be a positive experience for you as well.
Great, awesome. Please send us a text. You're going to send it to Spectrum Kids to 50155. One word. Make sure that the autocorrect doesn't split into two different words. Then it'll be a problem. So one word, Spectrum. I could just barely see that. You mentioned that. Spectrum Kids to 50155.
Yeah, so again, to donate Spectrum Kids, one word, to 50155. You can do it on the Facebook Live page, or to go to the Spectrum Services, Center for Spectrum Services.org, and you can donate there, along with seeing all the items that are there for auction. You could buy raffle tickets at that point, and just donate if you like to just donate.
And $25 gets you a chance for a 3-night stay in Manhattan Club. I've been there, love it. I bought a bunch of tickets. Great place to be. Location's tremendous. Great restaurants, walking distance. We always, when we go down, we take a train, we get off, take a taxi to the hotel, and boom, we're there. It's a great. By then, the shows will be open. Broadway will probably be open. There'll be a lot of things to do there. Awesome.
It's going to be great for everybody to get back to some sort of normalcy. In our business, we've worked right through COVID,
Yeah.
and been very successful because of the people that support us, our customers, the people that we treat like family. So, I'm sure the shows, the hotels, everybody's hoping to get back to some sort of normal.
Look at the restaurants, look what they went through, look what these people went through.
Sure.
And everybody, but, we got, hopefully things in a couple months will be all open. We'll be back to normal.
Yeah. And we'll hope to celebrate the 45th anniversary
Yes.
in person.
Yeah.
In person. So.
Yeah. At the Harvest Hall.
At the Harvest Hop, yeah. We did get one other comment from a parent. It says, my son is on his second year there, has made some great strides virtually, and recently began in-person learning again. Excited to see his success continue. Thank you, Megan, for your comment. The sky's the limit, I'm sure, especially with the staff here at Center for Spectrum Services.
they got a lot of people that support this, you know, just like I talked earlier about our sponsors.
Sure.
You know, and they're Herzog's Home Supply, you know.
Sure.
You know, Herzog, you know, that's a privately owned company. Big family.
Sure.
Supports so many things. That's why you got to support those
Yes.
those hometown businesses, because they're the ones that don't have the 1-800 number where you're calling and you're buying something, whatever it may be. You're dealing locally, you spend the money locally, and they're going to give it back to you.
Sure.
Also savings bank. Here's another one. Every time you turn around, Bill's on doing something. It's amazing. It's amazing what that bank does for our community. It's not so much for here as well, but it's all over. No matter what you know, and I know, when we're involved with a lot of stuff,
Yeah.
they're always there.
I agree. We usually, all the events that we go to or host, we see the same people that are on this list, because it's not just one thing that they do, it's numerous things that they do, because they want to be involved in the community. And I think it says a lot for the companies that support us.
Color Page, Norman Staffing,
Yeah.
great guy. Tony, great guy. Financial Wise, Shelders Farm, and Burnham.
I hope everybody's out there. Bob, I want you to try. What are they enjoying out there right now?
I don't know. That cheese don't look too bad. I'm wondering if we could take it home now.
No, but what is it called? What kind of tray is this?
Oh, it's like a, let me think. It's like a,
Charcuterie.
yeah, charcuterie.
Oh, I love it. There's so many words. There's not enough time in the day to go over it right now, but
My wife's probably having a good time right now.
So please go on, bid on something, donate, buy some tickets to the Manhattan Club for the chance. There's so many different ways that you can donate, where we can make a difference here at the Center for Spectrum Services.
We only got 45 minutes left.
It's
That's all
flying
we
by.
have. I know. It's
flying by.
We make it happen, don't we?
Yeah.
And Susan, we all make it happen. You know, thank you again for
Well, we
letting us be part of it.
believe in what we're doing.
Yes, and absolutely. That's, and I can see it. I can definitely see it.
Yeah, and I think something I read earlier again, that I would just reiterate again, because it's so important. The words say it all. You know, we are each unique and beautiful, but together we are a masterpiece. And I think by coming together and doing what we do together, that we make a difference in a lot of people's lives.
And the good thing is we're up to $24,000 right now.
Yep.
Up to 24. We only got 6 to go, which is great. So that's awesome.
And David, is it time for awards, David?
It is.
It is time for awards. So Bob and I are going to step out for a few minutes here, and we have some awards to give out to some special people. And we'll be back.
Okay, as Jamie said, we have to figure out where we're going. Okay. Need my glasses. So I thought Jamie was going first.
So
Where's Jamie? Jamie, are you there? Hi, you ready? Are you ready? Okay.
Okay, so not only are we united by autism, but we're also united by COVID. And COVID has created enormous challenges for us this year, like it has for everyone else. First of all, we've had to pivot, which is a new verb for us, back and forth between the remote instruction for our students and hybrid instruction, which is also a new word for us. We've got a lot of new vocabulary here. And as Susan described earlier, our hybrid instruction is 2 days a week for each child whose parents have wanted to send them. And so we have had to create schedules, and then we've had to change the schedules, and then we've had to change them again. And so that's been another challenge that we've had to face this year, which is pivoting back and forth between one schedule that works for families and staff when we're remote, and another that works for families and staff and children when we're in person. We also have had to learn all kinds of new technology, new platforms, new strategies to keep our kids engaged in their teaching when they're remote, especially. We've had to practice all these new COVID policies and procedures and PPPs. And I have to say, we've done an outstanding job doing that. We have had no internal contagion at all, and we're very proud of that. Our staff have been absolutely amazing. They have been learning so much new technology and new materials and delivering instruction differently and teaching in person while they're teaching remotely, which, you know, almost feels impossible, but yet they're doing it. Our parents have been amazing. They've been co-teaching with us at their homes with their child while they've been managing their household, watching their siblings, our children's siblings, and working in some cases remotely. Also a bunch of balls to juggle. And our kids have been amazing. The resiliency they've shown in this crazy world has really been outstanding. So although we have been surprisingly and gratifyingly successful in our efforts to instruct this crazy year, we are so excited to be welcoming our kids back full time. And as Susan has said several times, it's May 17th. And we know that there is no substitute for in-person instruction. So we are so pleased and excited to see our students again. And I think, Susan, you have a few comments you want to make about all the ways we've had to fit the building and prepare the building for in-person instruction full time. So take it away.
So we've been working endlessly, it seems, these last months to make the building ready for our students to come back. And we have done such things as purchase the gazebos with donations funded by donations we've received, and just made lots of changes. The sneeze guards that all of you know about in classrooms, and barriers that are separating one I'm calling them units, one staff, a table, and a child, one unit from another unit. So it's a lot of thinking. And we have in Kingston, we have our Kingston program coordinator, Phyllis Bliss, and our IEP specialist, Mary Alice Milham, who have worked endlessly to figure out all these schedules, assisted by all of our program department heads. And in Ellenville, Sandy Brownsey has been working with her team there to figure out exactly what the buildings need to look like. I think now there's a huge cost to that, of course, that Bob and I were talking about, and Bob and Ray have been talking about. And we're so happy that everyone is contributing tonight to help us meet these additional expenses. Someone stole the text sign, here it is. So please make your donation, text Spectrum Kids, one word, 50155. It's a little far away. Don't let your autocorrect divide it into two. It's Spectrum Kids, one word. And then, thanks, Ray, 50155. There we go. Okay, so I think we have some awards now. Jamie, oh, wait a minute. I'm not ready for that yet. Okay, the raffle is closing in 5 minutes. So please get on board. Take your $25 for each ticket, with 2 chances to win 3 nights at the Swanky Manhattan Club penthouse apartment in the theater district. So it's Bob's told you, he was there last year. It's just a fabulous place. I bought some tickets myself. Please take a chance. You could have a wonderful, wonderful 3-day experience. 5 more minutes for that. And then Jamie, if you're still there.
I'm still here.
Are you gonna there? I can't see you, but I'm sure you're there. Are you gonna start with the explanation about what our Rose Award is?
Yes,
okay.
I am. Okay. So in 2005, one of our parents of a beautiful little girl named Ruby Rose thought that it might be very special for us to acknowledge and reward with recognition and the cash award one staff person each year who embodies the professionalism and dedication that we are blessed with here at Center for Spectrum Services. And when we worked with them to put a whole procedure together for selecting this candidate, we agreed that it should be a staff selected member of our faculty. So every year since 2005, we have now had 17 awardees of the Ruby Rose Award. And every year we have a vote and we have a surprise winner. And it really has been people from almost every discipline that we have represented here: therapists, teachers, teaching assistants, administrative assistants, clinical staff. It really has been across the board, people picked by staff each year that are so deserving of the recognition. And so we're going to take advantage of being united by autism tonight to recognize our Ruby Rose Award winners for this year. And every fourth year, the Ruby Rose Award goes to our Ellenville site, because Ellenville has approximately a quarter of the population of our Kingston site. So it works out well. And this year, through secret ballot, the faculty in Ellenville selected Elizabeth Forte. Elizabeth Forte has worked with us for 13 years. She is the family service coordinator and guidance counselor and therapist to our students in Ellenville. And she is an amazing member of our team. And I just want to read a couple of compliments that some of her colleagues have said about it. Don't blush, Elizabeth. Now, here you go. They've said, Elizabeth brings honesty, humor, intellect, keen insight, and a heightened ability to bring people together. And I say ditto to that. They also have said she does such an exemplary job with so many of her duties. When she enters a room, she pairs with staff and everyone respects and admires her. And I think this last compliment says it all, which is Elizabeth's excellence shines in all the hats she wears. So Elizabeth, congratulations for being our Ruby Rose Award winner. And I think we might have something to give you here. Oh, there it is. And in true keeping with Ruby Rose, we were so fortunate that our wonderful student who got the name of the award, last name was Rose.
That's
So
right.
you think you've got some roses there. So congratulations, Elizabeth. It's well deserved. We're very fortunate to have you with us.
Thank you.
Okay, Susan, I think you've got another surprise awardee here.
I want to remind you that it's possible you might still be able to buy raffle tickets. Has it closed yet?
Raffle tickets are closed.
Oh, sorry, it's closed. Well, I hope you're a winner. So as Jamie said, every fourth year, the Ruby Rose Award goes to our Allenville site. And we don't have a Ruby Rose Award winner in Kingston. But this year, this special year where we've all been suffering, I guess would be a good word, suffering under the cloud of COVID and doing our best to shine above that cloud. We have had a COVID response team leader who has led us to shine above that cloud. And I want to introduce you to Dan Uttendorfer, who is our school nurse. And Dan's going to keep his mask on because he's smarter than the rest of us. So Dan has been our school nurse for 18 years. And he started at Spectrum Services in the classroom as a teacher aide and then an assistant teacher. And then he left us after meeting his soon-to-be wife, who was a speech pathologist here. He left us for a number of years, did a lot of different things, got his RN, and tried his hand in many different places in the county, but came back to us when our school nurse position opened up, and he's been here ever since. And he is the leader of our COVID response team. Dan, I have never worked this closely with you before. We did more than pass in the hallways, certainly, because I was involved with things that you were doing, but I never talked with you every single day, multiple times. But I do that now, and I've learned so much from you, and you have done the most fantastic job bringing us through this year, and I know you're going to bring us right out to the end of COVID. I just want to again say that we have not had a single case of internal transmission in the school, and a lot of that has to do, of course, with everybody, but every team has a leader, and you are our leader this year, and I thank you so much for leading us this year through COVID. And here are your flowers.
Well, thank you. It's been a real team effort, I gotta say.
It's a team effort.
It really has been.
It's a team effort.
It's been great.
Bravo. And now we're going to go back to Bob and Ray, who are going to have more things to say to us.
Okay, here we are. Back. We're almost, what do we got, about another 30 minutes to raise a little bit of money. So come on, I think right now we're over the $25,000 mark, and we're coming into the 30. It's what we're hoping to reach. So let's go ahead, send us that text, right? Hit them with the text.
Yeah, first, I think we should, again, congratulate Elizabeth and Dan. I think it speaks volumes of what they do. And I know there's many staff. The one thing I like about this award is it was voted on by their peers, like other employees, staff that are here. I think it says a lot when the people that you work with believe in what you're doing and they feel that you should be recognized for it.
Absolutely. Well deserved. Thank you.
Congratulations again. So to donate, you can see the sign here. You can obviously donate. You can text Spectrum Kids to 50155. Please make sure it does not autocorrect. It is one word. You can make a donation right on the Facebook page or go to the Center for Spectrum Services.org and you can donate there. We're about 25 minutes to ending our auction. So there's still time to go on and bid on stuff that is on the auction site. If there's something that you see, again, being a police officer for a day, the Emerson, golf, lots of wine and alcohol. So
it's probably five or six of them over there.
I'm sure my wife probably bid on one of those, wine baskets or something, but.
We have another, Joey Eppert's going to sing again.
He is, yep. Joey Eppert, yep. So I guess let's cue Joey for his last song.
Hey everyone, once again, here's Joey Eppert with Chris Garman in a virtual concert for the Center for Spectrum Services. And here's one of Joey's own songs called Treetops.
Here we go. You ready, Chris?
Sleepwalking through the deadly dark. I got a couple of arrows left to miss my mark. Thank God made you who you are. Cause if it didn't, any minute I'd be slinging them over par. Am I right so far? I'd be stranded in a treetop. I can't get down. Oh no, stuck up in the worst way. Cause my heart stays on the ground. Stranded in a treetop. I can't get down. Oh no, stuck up in the worst way. Cause my heart stays on the ground. Some men got sadness in their soul. One might scramble up a tree, a few might dig a hole. Then God made me who I am. Cause if I weren't keeping current, then how can I understand? And who's a better man? I'd be stranded in the treetop. I can't get it down. my heart stays on the ground. Stranded in the treetop, I can't get down. Ooh, stuck up in the worst way, 'cause my heart stays on the ground. Please come back home. I am alone here, disowned here. The higher I climb, it never ends though, as friends go. No less goodbye. Listen, my belly aches, do whatever it takes to get me down. Oh, yeah. Standing in a treetop, can't get down. Oh no, stuck up in the worst way, 'cause my heart stays on the ground. Stranded in a treetop, I can't get down. Oh no, stuck up in the worst way, because my heart stays on the ground. I'm stranded in a treetop and I can't get down. Now, stuck up in the worst ways. Stuck up in the worst of ways. On the trees, on this kingdom to his knees, thy will to be done. His word is born, his love is performed. Stuck up in the worst of ways. Stuck up in the worst of ways. I'm stuck up in the worst of ways, 'cause my heart stays on the ground. On the ground. High above, the people on the ground are looking up at another, looking down now. Look at what I found. High above, the people on the ground are looking up at another, looking down now. Look at what I found. 'Cause I'd be standing in a tree town. 'Cause I'd be standing in a tree top. Stranded all night long. I'm stuck up when I sing my song. Stranded all night long without little bit of stranded all night long. Stuck up when I
Great job, Joey. It's, he's very talented and like Susan, when she was speaking to Bob, said his son Julian is a very talented person also.
Very talented artist.
We have some, just want to give a couple shout outs for some donations that we received. Bill and Patty Calderera, $1,000 donation. And thank you very much. And I believe Patty, you're the chairperson, so thank you for all that you did for the auction.
Yeah, Patty, thank you so much for organizing the auctions and for your contributions to the auction as well.
The auction will close at 8 o'clock. So we're only about 20 minutes away from that. Another donation, Steve and Carol Highcade, a $500 donation. Thank you very much for your donation.
And I just want to mention, it's especially, all donations are extremely welcome and appreciated. But when our staff donate to our events, Leah did earlier, Carol and her husband just did now, it's especially meaningful when our staff contribute.
I think it's about believing in what you do here.
Right.
Believing in what you do. We did get some comments for the Abby Rose Award. It says, congratulations, Elizabeth. She goes above and beyond with the kids and has really helped our boy come out of his shell during the one-on-one sessions and keeps communication constantly going. Megan, thank you for your kind words. And again, like we talked earlier, the staff is so important here. How many staff do you have on here?
We have, when it's not COVID, over 200.
Over 200 staff members. And did you say you were looking for staff earlier today?
We actually are looking for paraprofessionals to help as we reopen. These are jobs you can get on the job training, or you can come in with the experience. And a person needs to be either a high school graduate or someone who is in college. Oftentimes college students work here in the summer.
Sure.
And also we get a lot of college graduates who aren't sure what direction they want to go in, and they'll work here for a few years because they're thinking maybe they'd like to be a psychologist or maybe an occupational physical therapist or speech pathologist. Your daughter worked here.
My wife.
Your wife, excuse me.
My wife,
Your
yep.
wife worked here.
Yep, she worked here and she was in college or going to college when she worked here. My mother-in-law worked here. I believe she was the secretary for a very long time.
A very long time. She was
So-
our reception. She was first an administrative assistant and then she was our receptionist. She was just a joy. You walked into the building and Anne welcomed you as if you knew you were in the right place.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, the Center for Spectrum Services gave my wife her start in teaching. She's now a 6th grade teacher. She's been at Sorgades Central Schools for almost 18 years now. And it all started here. So, and I think that's probably happened for a lot of people that have come through these doors. It's important, this good staff, good help. It's hard to find sometimes, but when you find that special person and you know they're going to make a difference, it's easy to keep them and support them, that's for sure. Another donation we have from Margaret Carey, $500. Thank you very much. And we did receive another comment. It's an honor to work at Spectrum Services with our Ruby Rose winners, Elizabeth and Dan, very dedicated people. Sandy, again, from all these comments that we have, you could see that these people are making a difference in the lives of children here.
One of the things that I never expected when we were starting to do these remote activities like this, these virtual events, is that people make comments.
Sure.
So people are making comments on YouTube or Facebook, and it's wonderful to get these and be able to read them. It doesn't happen when we're all in person.
It doesn't. And, we can't wait until that in-person meeting. I mean, I'm sure everybody here, your 45th anniversary coming up. Hopefully we'll be in person at the Harvest Hop.
Mhm.
Is there a date set for that?
November 6th.
November 6th.
November 6th.
That's great. So, hopefully the next time that we will be seeing you will be in person.
In person.
Yeah, I mean, we love doing this. This is kind of fun and it's nice and easy and we can talk back and forth, but there's nothing like being in front of the people that care for us the most
Right.
and
Right.
want to give back to us the most.
Right.
So I think it's great. We're about 15 minutes away from this ending. The auction items are still open. You can make a donation by texting Spectrum Kids to 50155. Go on the Facebook event page. You can actually donate there, or go to the Center for Spectrum Services.org and donate on that page. So you know, I guess Susan's stepping out and Bob is coming back.
Before Bob sits down, I just want to thank you so much for your contribution to this tonight.
That's okay.
Thank you so much. You're such a devoted contributor to us and such a supporter to Spectrum Services, and you have been for so many years. And on behalf of the school, I want to thank you, but I also want to thank you from my own heart, because I think we have this connection about the work that's done here and your
Absolutely.
belief in it and my belief in it, Jamie's belief in it, your belief in it. You know, we're all here because we believe in what we're doing.
I think about you people all the time. I think about you all the time. So I know you're doing the right thing, and you know, the kids, I worry about them a lot because I just can't imagine where would they go, you know?
And we have children from 35 school districts
Wow,
in 8
that's-
different
I know.
counties. Yeah. So I'm going to let the two of you close
Okay.
us out.
Thank you. Thank you, Susan. Again, you know, we'd like to thank Susan, Jamie, and David for having us tonight. We look forward to doing these events. And we look forward to making a difference. So hopefully we made a difference tonight.
I think so. Rick. You know, we built some awareness tonight of maybe a few people jumped in tonight to find out what that didn't know too much about us, about Spectrum here, what they do. And now they do know what they do. And maybe they made a donation. Maybe next time they'll make a donation or whatever they do. But I think as we could touch more people, then more people will come back and touch our kids.
Let's make a push in this next 15 minutes to get to our goal. Our goal was $30,000. When we started, we were halfway there.
Yeah.
And now we're over $25,000. Maybe David can give us an update on where we are.
He's
and
counting right now.
He's counting it right now. And we can make a push within the next 15 minutes here to make a difference. What I'd like to do from my family to the Center for Spectrum Services, I'm going to write a check for $500
Thank you
for
so
you
much.
guys to
Thank you.
to put towards the children and making a difference here.
Thank you.
So
Thank you. Thank you very much, both of you.
You know, Ray, just think about, I want you to think about, just think if you had a child that was here, right? Would that would,
sure.
how much that would have to change your life? I just,
Again, I think it goes back to routine. It would definitely change your life, but I couldn't imagine them being in a different place than here, because I think this would be the best place for them to be.
no doubt that. We are right now, is that a 5 I'm seeing? Is that, we're at 25.5.
Okay.
25.5, that's great. Okay.
Again, still time to donate. Texting to Spectrum Kids to 50155. One word, make sure it does not autocorrect. Going on to the Facebook page, donating there, and the Center for Spectrum Services.org. You could donate right there.
Okay.
It says, what an awesome, amazing organization. Thank you for all that you do. Best people ever. And Ray and Bob are Spectrum Angels.
Oh, wow.
From Gail. Gail, thank you very much. That's very sweet. Bob and I, when we see something that needs to be addressed, we jump on it. And the Center for Spectrum Services is a special place for us.
No doubt, no doubt. Always will be.
Yeah.
Always will be. We only have we got about 10 more minutes left, so please make a donation. We're $4,500 away from making our goal of $30,000, and please give us a text.
Put the charcuterie down,
Yeah.
and send us a text. No donation is too small. Anything would be great. We'd be grateful for. So please, there's some great items. Again, a couple of the items, there's a bunch of alcohol on there. If you like adult beverages, police officer for a day shift and a morning shift. David's going to bring over an item right now. Oh, wow.
Still have a chance, right?
Yeah. Look at that.
That's bourbon
Bourbon.
and cigars.
Wow. Bourbon and cigars.
I mean,
Sounds like a good weekend right there.
there you go.
So beautiful baskets that were done. Please go online, do the auction, bid it up as high as you can. We're making a difference in the children's lives here.
David, are we about to pull the tickets for the,
Yeah, we're getting that ready.
getting that ready right now? So within a few minutes, we'll find out who's the lucky winners that'll be going to the Manhattan Club. Like I said before, I experienced it. I loved it. I hope I win again, so.
Yeah.
We're not gonna let you pull the tickets.
I know, and I'm okay with that.
And hopefully after this, we'll be seeing you in person in November at the Harvest Hop. You know, I'm hoping that we'll be able to be together and enjoy a good night of friends, family, and make a difference for the children that night also. So
Have you decided where that's going to be yet, or that's undecided yet, where the Harvest Hop would be?
No, we expect it's going to be, the Harvest Hop is at David.
It's gonna be at our friends at the Chateau.
Chateau.
that's all.
That's a beautiful place. We've
Right,
been
we
there a couple
love
times.
having events in
It's-
Chateau.
They do a great job. They're just good people.
It's a good family.
Yeah.
Good family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love the way they remodeled it. It really came out nice.
When we include the auction items,
Yeah.
we are at 31. We've met our match.
We met.
We've met our goal
Congratulations.
for
We
the
met.
whole month because of you guys.
Wow.
We met. Awesome.
Bravo.
Thank you so much.
Oh, I tell you.
Bravo.
We have to make sure that we're not going on the road with this, right?
Well, we got two coming up next
I know
month.
we
You know
do,
that.
I know, yeah. So I think right now we're gonna pull the winner for the,
Why don't you two stand on that side?
Yep.
You two on the other.
Well, anybody who bought a ticket can't pull.
no, I'm not pulling.
Okay.
Our Ruby Rose Award winners are gonna pull.
Good.
Okay, spin. Yes.
Two.
No, sure.
Do you want to?
Okay, you show it.
So it's Joan Clancy.
Oh, wow. Ooh, the bottom. Oops. Back
Okay.
in.
They're in. One more time.
Put it up, Dan.
Oh, this very good, came right out.
That's the one.
Okay, came right out. Anthony Mignon.
Anthony Mignon. Sorry, Bob.
I know. It's okay. Try. It was good, though. It was great. Ray, I just want to go ahead. I know we just have just minutes left, but I just want to say thank you to David, Susan, and Jamie for allowing us to be part of this.
Sure.
Because I know it's special for us, and I know it's special for them. So it's all, I thank you for helping me out on all my stuff that I'd like to do. And
Charcuterie.
just charcuterie. But I enjoyed this evening, and I love being part of this organization.
And I love that you are both part of this organization, and I love that someone named you our Spectrum Services Angels, because I think that's
Yeah.
wonderful. Thank you very much for being our angels tonight, in November,
Yes.
last June, whenever we have these events. We love to have you both with us.
If you need us, we're here for you.
Thank you.
And that's what we do.
And we're going to say goodnight and thank you for joining us tonight for our Autism United event, United by Autism event. And thank you so much for all your support. Good night, everyone.
Good
Good
night.
night.